been a while since I just got to grab a microphone and speak my mind to the people I can trust the most. Everyone has seen it for themselves. It's not been going great for me as of recently. Losing the Twitch title with a record-breaking reign via sliding headbutt, only for that same person to lose it a few days after. With people in the back acting like they know me like they're my own family, only for me to lose to said people due to me being in my head about, well, everything. Not to mention the championship I held with pride and passion beforehand is currently being trashed and made out to be something it's not by some money-hungry, egotistical YouTuber guy. And now, I'm out here, in the middle of this ring, telling you all in this arena that yes, it's getting rough. This company's lifetime is almost over in such short time, and it still feels like I've done little to nothing of importance or made no impact. But it just so happens that in little less than a month's time, one of APW's biggest events ever takes place. In my own home state, no less. The Ruthless Rumble. Last year's match, I entered at number 5. That I lost as long as I hoped to? No, I didn't. I was in there for about 3 minutes before I got thrown out, but this year is different. I've gained experience. I've made my name known to the people. I faced the best of the best of the best time and time again, and it's all come down to this moment. At this point, it's my only chance to redeem myself. And you know what? If other people can do it, why don't I have a go? I will be entering the Ruthless Rumble.
Well, wasn't that just the most rousing, tear-jerking little bit of pontificating there? Going around and around in circles just to concoct the most half-baked and typical excuse the like of your generation in particular seem to love banking on when things don't go their way. You think you just spoke some great rallying cry like the Master Chief or your Optimus Prime declaring that the battle is in fact not over, when in actuality, Johnny, all you did is highlight several of the exact reasons why I personally believe that you are one of the most, if not the single most, annoying and incessant warts on the ass of life. I mean, all I hear from folks these days is how Johnny's either just the greatest, the coolest, the baddest, the toughest. How he does the super cool katas that go viral every now and then. I mean, when it's not that, I'm seeing you going to these weird little birthday parties that you like to host, rendezvousing with a bunch of grown-ass adults in some random park, half naked in their wrestling attire like a bunch of creepy little weirdos just for a picture to post on Twitter for a few likes, a few retweets. Ugh. Pray tell, Johnny, what number one contenders match did you even win to be given an opportunity to challenge for that Twitch title in the first place? Or even yet, how many matches like the Magnificent Seven ladder match? And honestly, Johnny, you should have won that match. You had the contract within reach. Everyone else was down. People were chanting your name. But what did you do? When your family watched on, realizing that if you won, you could then possibly cash in, become world champion. That means a better life for them too. But what did you do? You turned around, saw a guy standing on a barricade for some reason. You jumped off the ladder, hit your cutter, and you just proved to your loved ones that you do not care for a better living for them, just so long as you get your likes, your retweets, so long as you get all those marks cheering for you. That's what counts. That's what truly counts to you, in your heart of heart. Not your family, nameless faces who will forget that stunt the very next week until you do it again, and then they'll forget that, and then you'll do it again the next week, and then they'll forget that. Rinse and repeat in a vicious, depressing, pathetic cycle. And that's what truly bewilders me, is because you'll do all that. You'll lose and lose and lose. You'll get a fluke title victory, lose it like maybe a few days later, and you'll still get cheered even though you're clearly a fraud. And meanwhile, I had to pick up 8 straight wins on my own while the company and its commentator tried to publicly assassinate my character just because I didn't want to speak. Meanwhile, you can throw your livelihood away, chances to better your family's way of life away, and they will cheer you like you're some virtuous, heroic symbol of hope, when all I see is a symbol of what could have been. And you know what? The fact that someone like me, who trained me in Nishimura, who guided Kenny Valentine for the greatness he currently prospers within, who fearlessly kept wrestling a death match against Jacob Wells with thumbtacks in my face and in my extravagant manhood, who was told by APW week after week, "Hey, sorry, bud, we got nothing for ya. Sit tight right now," when I have a child to provide for. So when I then call out those ludicrous and quite frankly unfair double standards, I'm labeled as the bad guy just because I want to call out blatant horse shit when I see it. I could live with that to an extent. But when a bum like you earns nothing and then placed in a position we can greatly benefit, you just throw it all away just to get your likes on Twitter and a pat on the back because you know damn well you'll be given another chance after the fact anyhow, with how this company discourages listening to results and statistics and props up quote-unquote viral moments that people quickly forget the next week, like I said. And of course, the fact that someone like you is celebrated and lauded as a future all-time great makes me sick! Nick Virtue is rolling in his grave at the thought of people putting you up to a similar standing to him. He's not even dead yet! So no, Johnny, you are not entering the APW Rumble. At the very least, not before I get to stand in your way and crush your dreams, you fraud!
Oh, okay. Is that really it, huh? That's really what you have to say after 7 months of just not being here. Listen, Angel, I don't know where all this aggression and hatred is built up from, but I'm gonna shut that down right now, alright? For starters, I truly don't think you actually believe the shit you spew from your mouth. The last time you were in this very ring, you were talking about some gargling balls in someone's mouth like a basketball, or something along those lines. Feels like you aren't aware of half the stuff you're talking about. Especially when it comes to me. And second, alright, not to pat myself on the back, there's a reason people have been saying stuff about me being a main star in the future. I've proven time and time and time again I can hang with the best in this business. And while I've been working my ass off and coming out here making it known that I'm a goddamn workhorse, you've been making people believe that you getting put through a table and getting hit by a chair a few times at Super Clash is enough to take you out for half a year. when I know you've gone up from a lot worse because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen you get hit with a brainbuster on top of a standing ladder, only for you to put your body through more than it had to in the same Mag 7 ladder match you proclaimed had taken years off my life. So don't give me that shit, alright? I think I actually know what this is about. I think I know why you came out here to interrupt me of all people. I think you've become jealous. You know, the new generation of stars are here and you feel like you're being left in the past in a sense. Put in the background because you decided not to show up to work. Maybe instead of sitting your ass back home watching reruns of Still Game, you could have been out here making people actually give a shit about what you have to say. Now, I'm not saying by any means that you're washed up, but I'm also not saying you can handle the weight of this business for much longer. And I feel really bad having to admit that because I used to look up to people like you. And it's a shame to see how far you've gone downhill since then. You know what? You think I'm the biggest fraud in this company? You want to try to stop me from entering this rumble? You want to put to an end my chance at achieving greatness in the legacy that this company will leave behind when it's gone? How about you prove it to me? That you mean every last one of those things. And not just by your words.
And there you go. You've run through all the cliche responses in double the amount of time it should have taken. Bravo. Hey, if it wasn't bad enough you outright refused to say that I was wrong about everything I said about you either, your main point is that you can hang with some of the best around. Hang. Maybe have a go at trying to beat them next time, perhaps. But you know what? I'm not too sure how many times you've been dropped on your head as a baby, but be that as may, I must extend my thanks to Mama Zero, because as a result, the dribble tumbling out of your mouth makes for some fine, entertaining circuits to go along with my bread. You can't even admit to yourself you can never get the job done, and when you do, it's a fluke, just like with that aforementioned Twitch title raid. That's another thing. I'm not aware of the stuff that's coming out of my mouth. Buddy, you just said the pay-per-view is happening in your home state. You're Scottish. You're Scottish. Scottish. Scottish! You can't even figure out who the hell you are. You're so goddamn afraid of your own heritage that the stunts you pull off themselves become your identity, because otherwise, who is Johnny Zero? He's Scottish, but he hides that part away from him, unlike I, who has my heritage tattooed all over me. He's an allegedly talented wrestler, but seldom does he ever get any title shots through his own merit and his victories. Hell, he even has blonde hair, he has the semi-long trunks, likes to dive around and throw knee strikes, just like moi. But good to know that you agree that whenever this company says jump, you'll ask, how high, boss? And when they ask you to destroy your body for the sake of going viral for the week, you'll say, oh, how badly, boss? I know damn well what I'm talking about when it comes to you, because as mentioned before, I have trained and gathered a whole bunch of your contemporaries and colleagues and friends, and I honestly think you can be better than all of them. Truly, you have the talent, you have the look, for me, but you just want to throw all of that away because, again, just for what? Clicks? Because you're addicted to the little high that you get when someone likes or retweets your little posts or whatever? Right? As a matter of fact, Johnny, you can keep on hiding that Scottish heritage because my country would be embarrassed and ashamed and disgusted with themselves to be associated with the likes of you. And let me tell you straight, Mia Nishimura is everything you should have been. I'm proud of her. I'm forever proud of her. You know? Yeah, okay. I was gone for 7 months, like you said. That was your chance, your opportunity to shine and prove people like me wrong, and instead, well, You're in that ring cutting the 724th. I promise you guys I'll do it this time. Let's go, Johnny, I'm the best wrestler alive. Let's go, Johnny, I'm the best wrestler alive. Promo of your entire short career. No title, no cemented legacy, not even a true sense of self or identity. Just a cute little fantasy of what could have been. What a waste.
Hello, gentlemen. I was just in my office signing off on some forms for some upcoming events, specifically the Ruthless Rumble, but it's a little hard to focus when my monitors are filled with the two of you squawking at each other. If you want to fight, don't fight with your words, fight with your fists next week. And how about I give you something to fight for? Because the winner next week between Angel Alexander and Johnny Zero will have a spot in the APW Ruthless Rumble. And the loser, well, you better hope that there's still the good mac and cheese and catering, because you're not going anywhere. Now please, go. Get out of the ring. We have a show to continue.